You are losing out on millions of dollars every single year because your brain is stuck in a middle-class trap. If you keep thinking like a regular employee, you are literally throwing away a fortune without even knowing it. Today we are breaking down the exact mental framework used by the richest people on the planet. I am talking about the specific way names like Jeff Bezos and Mark Cuban view time, risk, and failure. By the end of this video, your brain will look at a dollar bill and a spare hour in a completely different way. I am going to show you how to rewire your thoughts to spot opportunities that everyone else misses. Let us start with the biggest lie you have ever been told in school. You were told that time is money, but billionaires know that is completely wrong and dangerous. If you trade your hours for dollars, you have a hard ceiling on your income because you only have 24 hours. A billionaire buys other people's time to build systems that work while they sleep. Think about Jeff Bezos in the early days of his garage office at Amazon. He was not just selling books, he was building a massive machine that could scale without him being in the room. The problem is that most of us are taught to be good workers instead of good owners. We are trained to avoid mistakes at all costs so we do not get in trouble or lose our jobs. But in the world of high finance and big business, avoiding mistakes is the fastest way to stay broke. If you are not failing, you are not moving fast enough or taking big enough swings at the ball. Take Sara Blakely, the woman who started the massive brand Spanx. When she was a kid, her father would ask her one specific question at the dinner table every single night. He did not ask about her grades or her friends. He asked her, "What did you fail at today?" If she did not have an answer, he was actually disappointed. This taught her that failure is just data, not a permanent label on who you are as a person. Billionaires also think in decades, while most people think in weeks or months. When Steve Jobs was building Apple, he was not looking at the next quarterly report for the board. He was looking at how people would interact with technology 20 years into the future. This long-term view allows you to ignore the noise and the small losses that stop most people. You might think you need a lot of money to start thinking this way, but the mindset actually comes first. You do not get the $1 billion and then change your mind. You change your mind to get the billion. The real secret is something called asymmetric risk. This means looking for situations where the downside is small, but the upside is nearly infinite for your future. Elon Musk did this when he started SpaceX. He knew the odds of a private rocket company succeeding were less than 10%. But he also knew that if it did work, it would change the entire course of human history. He was willing to lose his initial investment for a chance at a global revolution in space. Most people see a risk and see what they could lose. A billionaire sees a risk and calculates if the potential reward is worth the price of the ticket. Warren Buffett is famous for his 5-25 rule. He tells people to list 25 things they want to do in life. Then he tells them to circle the top 5 and never look at the other 20 again. Those 20 items are not just distractions, they are the enemies of your success. Focus is the superpower of the wealthy. They do not try to do everything, they try to do 1 or 2 things better than anyone else on earth. To think like a billionaire, you must stop asking how you can do something and start asking who can do it for you. You must fall in love with solving problems rather than just selling products. You need to value your time at $10,000 an hour and act accordingly. If a task is worth less than that, you should not be doing it yourself. Focus on high-leverage activities like building a brand, writing code, or making high-stakes decisions. These are the things that move the needle in a massive way for your bank account. Your current life is a direct result of the thoughts you had 3 years ago. If you want a different life 3 years from now, you have to change your inputs today. Stop watching the news and start reading biographies of the giants who built the world. Study their moves and copy their courage every single day. Check out the next video on your screen to learn how to master your morning routine like a high performer.